All right, begin.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are still having a great Sunday. So I wanted to come on here and talk about that situation that went down on social media yesterday between the comedian Zoe, Wocka Flocka Flame, and his wife Tammy Rivera. So they got into a little bit of a spat yesterday, and it all stems from the fact that recently Tammy and Wocka's daughter decided to come out, and she told Tammy that she wanted to take a girl to the dance instead of a boy. But she was afraid to tell Wocka because she didn't know how Wocka would act to that type of information, right? So anyway, Wocka's daughter ended up telling him what she wanted to do. She said, I want to take a girl to the dance. And he was like, okay. And so a lot of people were praising Wocka for how he handled the situation, giving them props, cookies, kudos, Lunchables, and all of that shit, right?
What you just say?
My chair belongs to Miliano.
Okay.
All right, so you saw Wocka take the information well, and so everybody, like I said, is praising him for, just uplifting his daughter and supporting his daughter, which he should do in the first place. Now, Zoe must have been sitting back, analyzing the situation, seeing Wocka getting all this praise and things like that, and he was like, you know what? I'm done. Not today. Not today. And so Zoe virtually proceeded to grab Wocka by the dreadlocks, and he was like, nah, come here, good. Let me talk to you about being a hypocrite. Because according to Zoe, right, and it's a fact, Wocka had some things to say. They weren't negative things, but he didn't agree with Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya, and what was going on with that whole situation. So guys, what I'm going to do here, right, is I'm going to play you what Zoe had to say, and then I'm going to follow it up with what Tammy had to say. And then we're going to hear what Wocka had to say. So you're going to get 3 clips out of this, all right? So guys, just sit tight, and I'll be back to give you my assessment, all right?
Can we talk about it?
Nothing to do with the children, like Wocka Flocka's daughter. This is just grown-ups, people in general, the world. It's so hypocritical, and it pisses me the F off that, okay, his daughter is 16, and now she has come out that she likes girls, and that she wants a girl to be her date to her quinceañera or whatever. Now, mind you, Wocka a couple of months ago was bashing somebody about their gay son. Not bashing, but, didn't agree. But now when it's your own, this is why I tell people, be careful how you talk about people and their children or anybody, period, because one day you're going to have to deal with it. So it's just funny in the comments, everybody's like, oh, he's such a good dad. He agrees letting his daughter be her. But when you talk about Dwayne Wade and Zaya, how dare he? And Zaya's only 13. Calm down, Zoe. How dare he? It's disgusting. But when it's a girl, everybody's just so, oh, this is amazing. Great. That's bullshit. And it makes me so mad. The world is so fake. I'm so sweaty, but whatever. Hey, what I'm saying is everybody should be treated fairly, no matter who you like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're same-sex girl, same-sex guy, straight, whatever. You should all be treated fairly with no judgment.
For Zoe, I was going to respond because you talk about my husband and my child. So at this point, let's go back first. You said that he didn't agree. You like, oh, he bashed Zaya. Or then you went back and said, well, he didn't agree. So a person not allowed to have an opinion of how they feel without being a basher or hate or be labeled as going against something or hating someone. They can't have an opinion when they're asked. And with that being said, never once did he ever disrespect Zaya. Not once did he ever say he matter of fact, he said, I can't tell nobody how to parent their kids. But not only that, with that being said, let me calm down, Tammy. With that being said, are people allowed to grow? Are people allowed to change? Because it seems like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You get what I'm saying? It's like you were mad at him for saying this, and now he's saying this, and you're mad at that too. So it's like, I don't understand. At once upon a time, I didn't believe in gay marriages because I grew up being taught from certain people around me that was wrong. And I met my God, and he educated me and set me down and told me why he felt the way I felt was wrong, or my opinion was wrong. And to this day, I would never say no ignorant again, ever. Because I understand now. And I'm educated now. So, you are doing exactly what you are trying to condemn. Trying to find the positivity out of the situation. Like, well, damn, maybe Wocka did grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad it took for Charlie to see him, or maybe that was the situation. Instead, you decide, oh, but if it was a boy, he wouldn't. Well, can a person be who? Can a person grow? Instead, you still try to find the negativity out of something so positive. I don't understand. But you want people to understand you, but all you give back is about, the adults, and it's not about the kids and this, that, and the third, da, 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 da. I understand all of that. But you use my child as an example, and you use Wocka to prove that example. I just say that I understand this is such a fight with the community, and we have a way to go. I get it. And just like it's such a fight with the black community, and we got a long way to go. You understand? We're fighting battles every day. All of us together, we stand. I stand with you. But I feel like, we don't have to attack everything or everyone because they don't have the same opinion as you, or because they have certain belief systems. We don't have to do that. Try to sit down and educate somebody instead of trying to find a negative. Like, instead of you congratulating the fact that he is such an awesome, amazing father, because a lot of black men don't get that enough. So instead of you condemning him for being an amazing father, how about you try uplifting and showing some love? Won't you talk about that? That was a whole, hour show, and it shows him stepping up and being an amazing father. Talk about that. There's a lot that you could talk about. Talk about that. We don't get enough conversation about how many black men out here are being great fathers. We don't get enough conversation about that.
It ain't nobody finna be feeding into y'all folk narratives and shit like that. Yeah, it ain't nothing you gonna say, nothing you can do, and I ain't never gonna argue with none of y'all. One thing about people, man, never ever promote the pluses. They always want to promote this thing of Wocka being like, whatever, LGB, whatever. Hey, bro, y'all bullying nobody, bro. And no, I'm not a folk, no, I'm not none of that. But what I'm gonna say, bro, is I'm finna support my daughter. And y'all stop running with this narrative of she coming out because she ain't never hired for nothing. And she not no face, no spokesman, no nothing. She living her life, man. That's all it need to be right here. Cut it out, man. That shit fine. 2021 adults, y'all about talking about kids. Like, the way y'all talk about kids is crazy. That's crazy, man. Y'all folks is just, who raised y'all? Serious question for y'all. Are you raising a teenager? Are you a parent? Do you know how I feel? Like, I'm not supportive of nothing. This is my daughter. The word supportive don't matter when you're a parent, because you automatically in that. Y'all tripping, man. And everybody that I see, like, oh, they bashing Wocka. Man, I done been in this country as a kid. What the f*** do I care about y'all at this country?
Alright, so you heard Zoe, Tammy, and Wocka, right? They gave their perspective on things. And so this is what I have to say about the situation. I think that Zoe is absolutely correct in his assessment. It is a difference when a boy comes out and says that he's gay versus when a girl comes out and says that she's gay, right? The boys are more frowned upon than the girls are. And so when you have Wocka saying that he didn't agree with Dwayne Wade's daughter and how they were uplifting that situation, then, Tammy is failing to realize that Wocka is the problem, because if Wocka never gave his opinion on the situation, his opinion would have never came back to bite him in the ass when y'all's daughter decided to come out. So sometimes it's best to just shut the up about certain situations and keep your mouth closed. And yes, I hear all the time people say, yo, I can exercise my First Amendment right. I have the right to freedom of speech. You do. You have that right. But understand, depending on what you say, there are repercussions for it, right? You can respectfully disagree with anything. If it's something that you don't like, something that doesn't set well in your soul, you have the right to say, hey, that's not my cup of tea. but it's all about how you deliver it, right? You have to govern yourself accordingly and use the right language when you're expressing yourself. Now, I do want to touch on a couple of things that Wocka said. First of all, he was disrespectful in his approach, talking about the LBGT, whatever the F it is. That was disrespectful. And I hope his daughter is taking note that he said, listen, I'm supporting her just because she's my daughter. You know, I don't agree with anything. Basically, that's what he said. But he did say that he felt bullied by the gay community. Now, I will say this. It's imperative that the gay community respect the straight community. Don't try to force your ideology onto the straight community. If they respectfully disagree with it, they have that right as well. And just because you may have interest in someone that happens to be straight and they decline your advances, that doesn't make them homophobic. It just makes them straight. So I believe that respect should be given on both sides of the spectrum. So no one should be forced to like anything, love anything, or do anything against their own will. No one. You know, it's imperative that we understand that, because sometimes things can be forced upon us or feel that way, and it causes individuals to reject it more. And so I think that should be looked at as well. You know, when you force something on to people that don't necessarily agree, they reject it a lot harder because it seems like it's being forced. Now, another thing that I noticed, that Wocka is so immature, right? He started talking about everything that he'd been through in the hood, right? Talking about, I've been through this and I've been through that. Why would I care about people coming for me for my opinion? Yo, this has nothing to do with you and your hood accolades, right? This has nothing to do with the hood, man. And I question the fact, you know, I question your hood accolades. There's some things about you that I know, partner, when I was living in Atlanta that you didn't stand up to or stand up for. So straight up, you know, your accolades or anything that you went through in the hood is just irrelevant when we're talking about love and respect for everyone, no matter what your sexual orientation is. That doesn't matter, bro. Grow up, all right? But anyway, guys, that's my take on it. I'm gonna let this go and let it stay right here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything in this video. All right, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll get with you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.